Hello everyone, it's Sexy Jojo, here bringing you another episode of Mirage Noir, Prologue. And I know what you're thinking, Sexy, it's been like the hottest of hot minutes since we've actually played this game. What are you doing? Well, I had to continue it at some point. I mean, aren't you all curious of what happened after old boy got knocked out? I mean, probably not, but we're still gonna figure it out anyway. So let's just jump right into it. My eyesight lost its focus, and all my surroundings got blurry, and finally transitioned into the blackness. We'll continue with this, enter. Oh, it wasn't her. The last thing I saw was that laughing witch leaning over me, probably laughing at my stupidity and waiting for my death. Well, that's rather morbid, friend. I don't think she would have nursed you back to health to kill you. I hate liars. Most of all, I hate insolent ones. He was tricking me without any hesitation. He was also completely ignoring my provocation. Provocation? Provocation. I'm about to okay Google this. Some of y'all are probably judging me like, what is provocation? Provocation. I probably should have figured out because okay. Alright, thanks Google. Okay. I should have figured that out from pretenses. You know what? I'm just gonna keep going. He tried to convince me that he was stupid and innocent. If I was a peasant, he would definitely fool me. But this time, diamond cut diamond. Oh. When I woke up the next day after the ceremony, I perfectly knew what kind of person I'm dealing with here. He exposed himself when he tried that nifty trick with affecting my own emotions. Unfortunately for me, I was unable to guard myself as I was exhausted by my previous astral journey. I flawlessly read my state of mind and used it against me. Yet he also made one big mistake, leaving the wide open entrance to his own brain. Even the beginner empath don't commit such a grave mistake. Hi, let me fry your brain, but in the meantime you can relax and watch my most hidden secrets and memories. Normally, I wouldn't dare use it to my own advantage, but his actions had made me so angry, I couldn't resist. I decided to cook something more fancy. After all, I got a chicken from the blacksmith's wife while I was in town yesterday. Pa was so happy when she got to eat all the unnecessary parts I separated from the bird. Everything was ready, I took the food and carried it to the room he was resting in. I gave him a lumpy pat, while I got to eat the juicy chicken leg. His expression was absolutely priceless, and it was very hard for me not to burst into a mean laughter. I don't know how I managed to maintain a calm posture and conduct the rest of my plan. After that, I approached him and placed my palm on his wide chest, trying to look as helpless as I could, trying to let him know that I need a telepathic connection with him. You know what? If you look at his face, he's looking like, how could you? How dare you? I wanted that chicken. After all, being an empath? I feel like this is one of those things, it's like they made up a word, so they know how it's supposed to be pronounced, but I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced. There's no way I can enter his mind without his clear invitation. It's a completely different kind of communication than between Pa and me, because she is my familiar. She contains a part of my mind, so it's kind of like a normal train of thought. The only real difference is that it happens between two physically separate beings, but when we are further away, it gets fainter. So that's why she's able to get out from my influence. However, the high empathy is something completely on another level, because you not only have the access to a wide. He didn't need the "the." That's what was throwing me off here. I was like, something's not right. Because you not only have. Oh wait. Oh, I get it now. I'm a goof. I should get more sleep. But you also have the access to people's deepest urges and well-hidden secrets. They're like diaries, and you are the master key. Yeah, that's one interesting way of looking at it. The most skillful imps also pose the terrifying ability of altering your behavior. Memories, it can completely control you as their puppet. Oh, that's kind of terrifying. It's not something you can learn. You have to be born with this gift. But if you happen to be a weak person, your abilities can backfire at you he lets you into the telepathic loop, well, that's a different story. I sent him a vision of some random stuff like information about his food diet, or that I plan on teaching him my language tomorrow. I even let him think that I am very worried about his well-being. Blah, blah, blah. Lots of stuff that doesn't matter that much. My true agenda was to gain some information about him and his past. Unluckily, this guy was just like tabula rasa. A what? So I wasn't able to gain anything useful in his cleaned out memory. The only helpful info I got out of him is the blurry memory of a white-haired woman and the fact that he can talk in several languages, including mine. So, he has started to lie blatantly just after he woke up, with a clear interest in manipulating me. Just in one moment, I have lost the rest of the compassion I had for him. I didn't even feel bad at all about the fact that I was rescuing him only to make him help me in my household. I was so angry with him that I wanted to kick him out, but on the other hand, I knew that he was doing it out of fear of the unknown. The prison he was trapped in for all those years is not something you can envy him. In the meantime, I felt a faint attempt of trying to get inside my mind, but I quickly stabilized the mental barrier, and my intruder had to go away empty-handed. What a newbie, seriously. Chamberia would have been astonished by this man's stupidity. That's why I decided to stop the telepathic connection after a sloppy investigation of my mind. God, this is a lot of reading. I thought we would get to some decision making by now. As for the person who hadn't seen food for a long time, he was eating slowly, carefully, chewing everything. I thought he would just devour his dish like a beast, but no such thing happened. Instead, he was holding his spoon like a stir and raised it in a refined way to his mouth. He reminded me of that elegant woman that had visited my aunt when I was a little kid. I sneered a little in my head when I saw the way he eats because it seemed so girly to me. The guys I knew were simply taking the spoon and eating like pigs until they were full, quaffing a lot of beer in the meantime. Yet I have to admit that it was somehow charming to see him eat, as it was an easy way to tell that he must have been some kind of highborn before. I was so absorbed by my irrelevant thoughts that I didn't notice that his bowl was empty. I took it from his hand, collected the other items, and walked away with the intention to leave the room, but before I did that, I stopped and looked at him. I tried to suggest with some gesticulation. That's how you say it, right? Gesticulation? That he should go to sleep. Man, they throwing out SAT words here. He smiled and shook his head in denial, so I tried to be more blunt with my sign language. But it didn't help. I knew that he might be afraid of falling asleep, but in my opinion, he was just overreacting. I couldn't bear the fact that he was behaving like a child in this matter, so I decided to do something a little more drastic. You can't confront your fears by yourself. You always need that one encouraging push. Off the cliff, I left the room without saying, and leisurely began to search for a certain item in my cupboard. Lemon balm, elderberry juice, decoction from Berber's tin. I wonder if the C in that word is silent. Tincture from hawthorn, valerian leaves, opium, ointment from pot marigold, wolfsbane petals. Ah, there it is. I took a little flask containing some white powder from the back of the shelf and I opened it carefully, inserting a few grams into the prepared glass of water. The substance vanished in it with a silent fizz. How do you know if it fizzes if it's silent? That's not how sounds work. I guess it had like a fizzy look to it, but it didn't make a sound. Like, that's I'm just nitpicking and having fun. Leave me alone. I also took some rusk, and after that, I left the kitchen to approach my guests in the other room. Luckily, he seemed to be quite thirsty, so he took the glass from me without any suspicions. I didn't know why he acted that way, because it was stupid to trust me after I tried to convince him to go to sleep. Like, oh my god, are you just that stupid? Well, at least I would be more suspecting that something weird was going on. But even if he was quite cautious in most matters, he was very naive when it came to some minor human interactions. Weird man. I wonder if he's going to make those kinds of mistakes in the near future. Oh, there it goes. My drug seemed to work correctly, because I saw a faint shadow of fear on his face, and the glass that he was holding flipped out of his hand onto the sheets. His face was so funny that I wasn't able to control my laughter before he fell asleep. Oh, dang. Okay. That explains his opening line of, waiting for my death and whatnot. I knew that after he wakes up, he probably won't trust me anymore, but I took that into account. I really didn't think that he would go to sleep on his own, so I decided to help him with a little shock therapy. That dose I gave to him, he could easily bear into the slumber, so I think he should be dreaming for a while. I decided to collect some clothes for him from the villagers before he wakes, because all I had for him is my old nightgown. I think that the blacksmith's wife would give me some garments from her oldest son. Also, I need to find some books that will help me teach that liar our language. I just needed to think of a story while there's an unknown man under my roof, because the truth would be too exotic for my fellow folks. I can feel it in my bones that the future is going to be pretty interesting. Okay. Vesper. There was no paralysis, and no overpowering darkness. Also, my soul wasn't swallowed in the depths of the void. Instead of that, I had a normal, light dream that I haven't had for a very long time. It's an amazing feeling after such a long break, though my visions were pretty unoriginal. I dreamt about a grassy meadow with red poppies and blue cornflowers that were laced between washy and scorched sungrass blades. I laid down on them, observing the white clouds flowing above my head. I didn't care at all what might happen in real life right now. I was finally put at ease. That's why I wasn't too happy when I woke up, though I felt well rested and brisk. As I opened my eyes, I was surprised that no one was around, nor Vienna or her fluffy companion. All I could hear right now were the silent sounds of the house. But the house is silent. There is no sound. Somewhere there was a noise of a crackling firewood scampering by the flames. In the other corner I heard mice gently scratching a wooden surface under the floor. The wind was playfully whiffing outside. Ooh, personification. Okay, I could dig it. I could hear those sounds forever, but my stomach was brutally bringing me down to reality with its loud, barbarous growling. Even if I felt a little better, now my body still needed some fuel to work properly. That's why I made up my mind and tried to leave my bed and search for some food. When I carefully stood up on my own, I was a little surprised since my balance seemed to be fine right now, and I was able to walk quite stabilized. Just after that, I felt a cold breeze around my calves, and I noticed that I was wearing a short woman's nightgown. I definitely didn't wear that thing the last time I was awake. Oh gods, this is so embarrassing. I looked around to find something to replace that thing, something that was more comfortable for a man. The chair that was standing beside the other part of the room suddenly caught my attention because of the pile of fabric that was placed on it. I reached to it, hoping that I could find something more proper for me, and I wasn't mistaken. I found a little worn out, woolly pants, faded linen shirt, thick felt slippers. The only thing that seemed to be new was a pair of long johns, which made me quite happy, and I quickly put on all the clothes I found. Much better. Since no one was here, I decided to look around the hut. I directed my footsteps to the other room that Vienna was entering previously when she was preparing the food. It was half time bigger than the one I was resting in, and it was also much warmer. There was a huge stove placed just in the middle of the kitchen, which was heating the whole house. Besides the windows to the firm, medium-sized table with two chairs placed near it. I also noticed some cupboards near the wall on my left side and approached them because I saw some food lying on them. I took a chunk of bread and took a huge bite. I was so hungry that I didn't chew it properly, and I almost choked on it. Rip this guy. Vienna comes back and he's just dead on the ground. piece of bread lodged in his throat. That'd be a terrible way to go. Like out of all the ways to die, choking on bread sounds like it's like one of the things you don't want to happen to you. Luckily, there was a jug of water near, and I rapidly took it down to wash down the plug of bread through my gullet with the liquid. When I finally took control over everything, a smaller door on the other side of the room caught my attention. I opened them, and I almost died of happiness when I opened them, and I almost died out of happiness as I found a smaller room filled with the man's greatest treasure. Oh, hello. All the shelves were bending. Ooh. I'm gonna take a moment to appreciate this music. Hold on. Okay, that's enough appreciation. Oh. Hello. What do we have here? Yo! A saxophone! Let's go! That was lovely. Maybe it was a violin. I'd have to hear it again, for sure. Actually, I probably wouldn't know anyway. But that was lovely. I enjoyed that. Oh, I have this huge smile on my face. You guys can't see it right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a saxophone. Yeah. All the shelves were bending under the weight of homemade jars. Jars of pickled vegetables, cheese, and other delicious snacks. There was also all kinds of yummy looking smoked meat hanging down from the roof. Heaven. I didn't think much longer. Took a bite of ham swinging down on a hook. Took a juicy bite of that godly meat. Pause. Yeah, I finished it quite quickly because other tasty things were waiting there for me. Cabanoses, sausages, offals, counselors, bacon. Oh, I would have definitely ate bacon. I ate everything until I felt satisfied. I think I found my happy place. Well, not for long. I heard someone opening the door. I was caught like a rat in a trap with a hat and a bat. Oh god, she's gonna kill me now. She has 3 marks of anger on her face. Oh god, she has a knife. Someone save me. Oh god, she just stabbed me. Oh, well, that's the end of Vesper. He had dragged me outside with the power of 100 men. Golly, it scolded me like a child. What in the world were you thinking? That food was supposed to help us last over the whole winter. As your punishment, you're going to eat only porridge with peas from now on. Next time, you will think before you act. I tried to put on a brave face and to remain silent as she was criticizing my behavior. I noticed that Pa gently slipped near us, not paying attention to her master's rank, so I concluded that it's normal for Vienna to behave like that. When the tirade was finally over, she took a huge book bag out and threw it in my direction. After that, she chased me out of the kitchen, trying to let me know that I should do something with it. I like the other music. I didn't want to add fuel to the fire, so I sat obediently on the baguette. Obediently. I didn't want to add fuel to the fire, so I sat obediently on the bed and began to overview it. It was full of big, colorful pictures with some inscriptions under them. Elementary book for children. Give me a break. I slowly began to regret my decisions of acting a silent idiot in the beginning, and now I have to bear with that. She was peeking me from the kitchen from time to time to check if I was reading that dang thing. She only caught me looking somewhere else than this book. She started to scold me again. She was sitting in the kitchen very upset with me, and she came to me after 3 long hours. I really hoped that she would approach me and tell me to stop whining for the day, but I was so wrong, and I still had to read it. She was observing me calmly while skillfully peeling ripened apples. She gave me a piece after a while and sat near me to help me with my learning. Vienna took this gigantic book in her slim fingers that were peeling the fruit just a few seconds ago and switched onto the first page. She began to pronounce every single word, trying to let me know that I should repeat after her. It was so embarrassing that I decided to pretend that I don't know what she meant. Can we just appreciate that quick punch that was just him just gasping as he got hit? I quickly regretted my decisions. Like, seriously. When she punched me in the ribs. She startled me with that move, so I gave her an angry look, but she completely ignored me and just pointed out to the snow leopard that was resting in the corner. It was gonna be tough. We're gonna stop here for right now. I don't know how long this video is, but I've been reading for a hot minute. I enjoyed some music. I'm just gonna take a chill pill. We're gonna call it here for today. So if you enjoyed this episode of Mirage Noir Prologue, be sure to like and subscribe for more nonsense. If you have a game you think I should play, feel free to leave it in the comments below and I'll check it out. And by check it out, I mean I will skim the description and I will look at screenshots because ultimately I want to play the games that you all want to play. And with that said, I will see you later. Peace! Doses!